to publicly pledge their commitment to the Code of Conduct. Our reporter Yolisa Njamela has more on that story, and we're live to her at the Nasrec Center. A very good morning to you, Yolisa. Thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell us at this point?
A very good morning indeed, Simpiwe. It's a very important day here at Nasrec Center for the IEC. And as you would know, IEC officials are straddling themselves and talking to a whole lot of media houses about this important ceremony that will be kicking off in just under an hour. So I'll get on with it immediately. We're joined by the CEO of the IEC, Mamabolo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Please tell us more about this ceremony. Why is it so important? What is happening?
Well, there are two parts to it. The first part is for leaders of political parties to pledge to abide by the code. One can say that in terms of the law, they are already bound by the code, because as soon as you submit your list of candidates, then you are bound by the code. So today is really to give a public show of their commitment to abiding by the code. The second aspect of the ceremony is to do the ballot paper draw, to determine the sequence of political parties on the ballot paper, so that we will be doing later this morning.
What does the pledge say? What are they meant to pledge to South Africans, or to the IEC for that matter?
Essentially, the code is about creating a free political space wherein all contestants, both leaders of parties and as well as candidates, they can canvass for votes without let or hindrance, cancellation of no-go areas, recognition of the role of media and women in the election, recognizing the authority of the election to manage, of the commission to manage the elections, and so on. So it's really about opening the political space for all players to perform their roles without let or hindrance.
And the ballot box draw, you know, as a football fan, for me it conjures up an image of a big bowl with small balls inside and someone picking up the balls and saying, this is the one that goes first. Tell us about that process.
Indeed, all parties that are contesting these elections will be in the bowl, and their names will be inscribed on small little white balls, and will get possibly the youngest voter in Gauteng to come pick that coveted spot of the first position on the ballot paper.
Mamabolo, when we were speaking, you and I, before we went on air, you were actually telling me there's some things that keep you awake at night. What is one of those major things? Well,
what keeps me awake at night is the ballot production process. We've got to print a significant number of ballot papers in an 18-day period. We're printing different configurations of ballot papers, close to 5,000. So we've got to get each combination right, in right quantities, and ensure that the right ward goes to the right ward ballot goes to the right ward and the right voting station. So it's a very involved logistical enterprise, but I guess that's why we are here. We are meant to give solutions to those types of problems.
And one last thing, Mamabolo, you know, since the dawn of democracy, the Independent Electoral Commission has never been under attack in this manner. Are you worried about the image of the commission?
Well, it's our duty to run the electoral process in terms of the law. In other words, the decisions that we make must be rooted in the Constitution and electoral prescripts. For as long as we do that consistently, we should be fine. I think leaders of political parties should realize, though, that impugning the image of the Electoral Commission in the manner they do, it's actually planting the roots for the non-acceptance of results. Ultimately, democracy doesn't belong to parties. Democracy belongs to ordinary citizens, the voters, who on the 1st of November must express their choice. And it is our duty as the Electoral Commission to correctly record that choice and give an outcome based on those choices of people. So it's important that we don't erode the capacity of the Commission to do that which it is charged in terms of the Constitution, and that requires great political leadership.
And in that instance, are there political parties that have opted not to come through and they accuse you of particular issues that they believe you're working against them as the Independent Electoral Commission?
At this stage, we don't have a confirmation of anyone not coming. We wait and see.
Thank you very much. He's already announced that he won't be able to stay with us a lot because he has to straddle around and speak to all other media houses that are here. Of course, Ntatesai Mamabolo, the CEO. We take it back to, we're actually going to an ad now. We will be coming back here and speaking to a number of political parties. They are starting to stream in as the ceremony will be getting underway officially at 10 a.m.